answer.
Disco sucks! Disco sucks!
But only 18 months after Saturday Night Fever, dance music was facing a massive backlash in America.
Disco sucks! Disco sucks! Disco sucks! Yeah!
Steve Dahl was blowing up disco records out at Comiskey Park and, getting all these rock and roll heads to join in. And, there's a huge backlash on disco music.
This is now officially the world's largest anti-disco rally!
In 1979, DJ Steve Dahl led an anti-disco campaign that struck a chord throughout suburban America.
It was more about blowing up all this nigger music and, destroying disco. Strangely enough, I was an usher, working his way towards his first synthesizer at the time. What I noticed at the gates were people were bringing records, and some of the records were disco records, and I thought those records were kind of good. And some of those records were just black records. They weren't disco. They were just black R&B records. And I should have taken that as a tone for what the attitude of these people were. I know that nobody was bringing Metallica records by mistake. They might have brought a Marvin Gaye record, which wasn't a disco record, and that got accepted and blown up along with Donna Summer and Anita Ward, and so it felt very racial to me.
Is it all over my face?
Too black and too gay for middle America, disco went out of fashion as quickly as it began.
I'm in love dancing. Is it all?
Radio stations switched to rock and pop. Record companies closed their dance labels.
Steve really hurt the dance music business. I mean, back in the day during the disco era, it was amazing the amount of music we were getting and the popularity of disco music. And all of a sudden, we had such a backlash. I mean, it went from being able to work in the nightclub of your choice and having a huge crowd and making good money to basically not even being able to get a gig at that point.
Of course, in the underground, it was business as usual.
I'm surprised to see your suitcase at the door. Remember the good times, don't you want some more? It's not a perfect love, but I'll defend it, 'cause I believe in what God intended.
In 1977, club promoter Robert Williams brought a young DJ from New York to play at his new club, The Warehouse. His name was Frankie Knuckles.
Because of Frankie's music style, no one could touch him at that point.
I'll be right there. Yes, I will.
Going down to Frankie's club, he had a certain mystique about himself and the music that nobody knew but him and a few others.
Knuckles played the classics. He would bang stuff out, but he's more classy.
He played a lot of more underground things that were, like loose joints. Is It All Over My Face? And I think Anita Ward Ring My Bell before it ever hit commercial. I mean, he was playing it probably 3, 4, 5 months before it even came out.
It was the only place in the city that you could go and hear this type of music.
Yeah. He had totally cornered the market.
That was the thing. That's how it started off, because there was nowhere else to go.
'Cause baby, there ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough, ain't no river wide enough.
Knuckles brought the energy of New York's gay scene to Chicago.
Getting to you.
It wasn't long before straight kids were checking out the club.
This music was really something that would grab your soul. I mean, you could feel the groove, and the basses were heavier. The vocals were very soulful and uplifting, and everything. So it was just, and for gay people especially, they're very animated. This would just really, they would take this music to new heights. Like hands in the air and flailing, and they're on the walls, and they're jumping on top of speakers, and they're all from this end to the other, and I'm just like, wow, this is incredible.
You had never seen, you knew that there were gay people around. You knew that they partied, but you had never seen like two guys kiss in front of you.
The place was like this throbbing, hot, mixtures of just body to body. And I mean, yes, I remember it was, all black people and mostly all black men. There were a few women, not very many, but it was just a really cool place, and it made me feel at home.
I think at that time it changed a lot of people's perception of stuff. I think that a lot of straight people found like it's okay, you could talk to somebody that's gay.
When you look up and guys are kissing, you're like, well, they're not kissing me, so I'm doing my thing.
The Warehouse was a sensation in Chicago, but no one could have imagined that it was about to give its name to a whole new style of music.